The players were in between adventures and were finally getting some relaxation time, and everyone decided to do a little bit of carousing. Shun did some gambling and stuff where he met our newest member, Fiddle Nas. Raz joined Fight Club, where he made an enemy because he cheated in one of the fights. Markesh decided to just lay back and take it easy. Omi decided to start his Spoon the World tour last time, and it went well for a little while, but unfortunately it didn't go so well at Madame Friona's tea kettle, where he pissed off Markesh, and especially Madame Friona, who Omi suspects is planning something horrible for him. So from there, Varys found a wanted poster saying that Doomgate Yovir Glandon at Valhingen Graveyard was seeking a group of adventurers to investigate some incidents which had been occurring there. After discussing this with him, we found he told us that Sister Bethel had been found in some catacombs under Flan, and she was half-eaten at the time. So Doom Guide Yovir Glandon decided to hire us to investigate the situation. He gave us 100 gold pieces and some night vision goggles, which we decided to give to Shen, since he was human and can't see in the dark. So from there, he offered a guide to us named Casset, a young half-elven girl who is going to accompany us into the catacombs.
And you better not feel anything.
And from there, we set off into the catacombs.
Spoon the World Tour. It's actually pretty good. That video was quite disturbing, but it was still funny on the other.
It's so wrong, but so funny.
Yeah, I know. I remember when you sent me that link in the email, Dragonbait, and you said, "Please, Dave, I'll never forget this. Don't be drinking anything as you hit the click button to play." As you click the button to play, and you're right. I would have definitely spewed all over the place.
I was laughing for about an hour when first time I saw it.
Oh, it was good. All right, so I'm going to share the map with you, Joims, again. And this place is absolutely complete. Sheds no light at all. It is absolute darkness. So whoever doesn't have any kind of dark vision, you're going to need to rectify that problem. So you guys ended up in this crazy, irregularly shaped chamber. And you guys can see that on your left-hand side, according to your tokens, which is on the eastern wall, there is a door. And to the south, you can see that this irregular shaped chamber kind of veers off to the east. Now, as you guys are rectifying your darkness situation, there are some ledges along the wall, and they're kind of inset to where bodies would be placed. And you can see a lot of tools for preparating bodies and stuff like that are also on these little hooks on the walls and whatnot. So what do you guys want to do? What are you guys going to do as you're getting into this chamber? Casset tagging along.
I have one question before we start. If we didn't have any battle last time, how come I have 13 hit points of damage?
That's a good question, because we didn't change it. And you had a long
Okay, I was just wondering. If something happened, I forgot about.
No problem. I just didn't
a little bit
put a long rest on there, but there you go. Now
a little bit of hazing by the group in your off time.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So what do you think, guys? You think we have enough manpower for this job? If not, I can always go back and get the bucket, man.
You can shove those spoons up somewhere, but
I think they can stay right where they are.
All right.
There was a fresco, if I remember correctly, that I was going to take a look at.
Very good. Yeah, because of your dark vision, you can see that along the very southern wall, that entire far wall is a fresco, which is basically portraying people from every race, every walk of life. Not arranged in any kind of order or perspective or anything like that, but the design has definitely suffered a lot of water damage, because you can see how the colors kind of run against one another. And then as you get closer to this fresco, it's definitely got like this mildew smell or scent over time. So it's against this very, very southern wall.
All right. Any specific scene that this is? Are they the individuals or the races in here doing something specific, or are they just all kind of like standing around?
So do you want to kind of inspect the fresco?
Yeah, if I could.
Give me an intelligence check. If you have investigation, add that proficiency as well for an investigation check, and we'll see what it is.
I'll help him look over too.
Sure. Nice roll, Marcus.
Well,
Marcus, you always have clutch rolls, bud.
Yeah,
Well,
only when it's not in battle. Then it's ones.
While they're checking out the fresco, I'm peering down this way to see what's down the.
Okay. Get with you in just a second on that. Nas, did you want to also check out the fresco as well?
Yep.
I think that was you. So yeah, you can go ahead and give me a little bit of a investigation check if you'd like to assist. I have no problem with that. I'm easy. Oof, your roll was actually quite horrible.
Look at the wall, man. Not my muscles.
Let me open up what else you see here in this chamber. Now, Fizzle Nas, you're just kind of scratching your chin there as you're looking at it. But you, on the other hand, Marcus, you can tell that within this fresco, with all of these different images of the different races of the Forgotten Realms in Faerun, you can actually see that even though it's hard to recognize, you can see that there's also a very old map of this catacomb that's kind of woven into this fresco. And you can see that there's a lot of different rooms. This is what you can tell. There's a lot of rooms, and you can tell that it descends down into another level. So it goes deeper down.
Okay. And I can identify kind of where that might be?
This is a huge complex, that's for sure.
Okay.
Is there like a little X saying you are here on the map?
No, but you can actually kind of tell which room that you're in.
Okay, cool.
You guys want to check this door?
I'm gonna kind of study the map, and one of my features is a wanderer, my background. So I do have an excellent memory of maps and geography. So I do want to be able to just study that well enough to keep an idea of where we're at while we're in here.
Okay.
Well, since we have a map of this area, might as well just open it all up.
You guys want to check out
the
that
old
door we passed?
pirate ambience was going on. I apologize about that.
I was getting ready to put on Lord's eye patch.
Oh my god!
Yeah, we was about to go arg.
I cannot wait until that fucking thing catches on fire when he's smoking. I just cannot wait, because I know that's going to happen. That massive eye patch is just going to catch on fire. We all know that. It's just a matter of time. All right, I see Omi, you're up by the east door, and down here on the south, you guys can see that there's a couple of doors also.
Yeah, I was looking that way to make sure nothing was coming in the attack us from that direction.
Let's check out this door up here, guys, so
Yeah.
nothing like busts out of it or something and gets us from the behind.
But you don't want to be backdoored, huh?
No one likes from behind.
No one
Right.
likes to get backdoored.
I'll inspect this door, see if it's locked, and check it for traps.
You know what? Knowing you, I'm going to take about 15 steps back.
Well, you can see that there's a latch on the door from your side, and the latch is kind of thrown over, but it doesn't appear to have any kind of lock or anything like that. So, and you could tell that this first room was sort of like a funerary prep room.
Okay.
But you don't see any kind of traps, or just by first glance, you don't have to do anything else.
Okay. I'll creak the door open then and take a look inside.
Okay. All right, so you open up this room, and this actually has like magical lamps, and this room is actually lightly illuminated by some type of fairy firelight. Now, this room kind of looks like what would be a banquet hall, and it's actually kind of pleasant. I mean, there's sweet scents with incense burning on the wall. Well, actually, incense pots on the wall. And there is the fairy fire lanterns that are hanging on the wall. Like I said, this incense is being, you can actually smell it as soon as the door opens. There is a long table in this room, and there's also several on the far wall. There's a couple of wooden plank shelves where cups and pitchers and stuff are stored. Now, there's also a door in the very southeastern corner here, and it appears just by first glance as you're looking at it, I mean, it looks like it's about 10 foot wide, and it's one of those types of gates that you would just kind of, a wooden gate that you would just kind of roll up, and
okay.
Yeah, you can see that there's like a dark chamber inside of that.
I say, Varys, I'll tell the other guys to come on in. It looks like it's clear.
All right, come on in, guys.
I'll stand at the door.
I want to inspect this light, see how it works.
It's like, it looks like a lantern hanging on a hook. And it has a bunch of small little flies that are lit, just kind of flying around inside. And it's definitely magical. You can tell that it's fairy fire.
Can I take the lantern down?
Sure. It's on a hook, yeah.
I'll take it off from the hook
Okay.
and take it with me.
Sure.
I'm going to look and see if I can see through this gate in the southeast over here.
Yeah, sure thing. So whenever you're on that eastern wall, you think it might be a small room, but as you get a little bit closer and with your vision and everything kicks in, it's not a room, it's not a closet, but it looks like a shaft. And this is, where you're at is at the top of the shaft. Now this thing descends down into another chamber. And on the ceiling, you can see that there's also a ladder that's kind of built onto the side of the shaft as it descends down. And on the ceiling, you can see that there's, some trestles and ropes, and you can see down about 15-20 feet, and there's sort of like a wood plank platform that would be raised up with these trestles and pulleys and stuff.
Hey guys, come over here and take a look at this. Looks like some kind of shaft. And it's not mine.
I want nothing to do with a shaft you found.
I was going to say, stay clear of the shaft.
Talk to Cassett and just kind of warn him about Omi's shaft.
Oh, yeah, especially with that Spoon the World tour, I want nothing to do with that.
You hear about that shit? Yeah.
That was just absolutely hideous. I cannot believe that Madame Fiona allowed that to happen.
Can you imagine
Oh,
he's
man.
not in the dungeon at this point?
I was going to give you 2 free passes to my next concert.
I will pass on that. That is exactly why I joined the clergy, is because I don't want those types of temptations. Ugh. And in fact, in your case, they're not even temptations. I need
You
to
can
just
bring
shut
a
my
plus
mouth now.
one.
She just takes her hands and like zips her mouth shut. And then she unzips it and she says, "You better not be stealing anything out of here, because I will let the master know."
No, that's all right. We're only here to loot. I mean, search the place.
Well, that's good. By the way, if you guys should have asked me, this is where we lower the bodies down to prepare them. That's just to let you know. So I guess you would lift the gate up there.
Yeah. Yep.
All right. This is pretty much what you see. All right.
I'm gonna close the gate and we're gonna leave that alone for now,
Okay.
and go search to the south down here.
Yeah, Cass had said that this is where, when you go down into this chamber, this is where all of the, the bodies are lowered down. If they're, higher class or lower class citizens, this is where everybody goes to basically get embalmed, and it's the embalming room. And she said there's a table down there, there's a bunch of supplies and whatnot.
In the room below, that's the
Yeah.
embalming room?
Yeah,
Okay.
that's the embalming room. She said, sure, if you want to take a look, by all means. She said there's just a bunch of supplies down there.
And just for clarification, I'm going to ask Cassie, but where was the sister Bethel? Is that the one who died?
Yeah,
Where was she located where was she found?
in this first tier, well, this
Right
first
in here,
level of the
okay.
complex. Yeah, she said we are, us Columbarites we are not allowed to go any further down. And she even says that, this is something that the Doom Guide enforces. But in this case, to find any kind of information out, I'm sure the Doom Guide will probably not have a problem with descending down further. And she even says that the Doom Guide probably doesn't know what's beyond the first level anyway. So, but with this fresco, you can tell that there are two different levels on here.
Yeah.
And the second level descends down further than the first.
So how much light does this light give off?
Just very dim, probably about 10-foot radius around you. Not very much.
Okay.
So there's a couple more doors over here on the eastern end of this
Come on
chamber,
over,
and then
guys.
you can also see that that it goes to the south as well.
Come over here and take a look to the south and at these doors.
Sure, more doors like the two that you see in front of you as the chamber descends south.
And I'll keep an eye on the south if you want to mess with the doors.
Okay, I'll check out the doors as Vera suggested. So see if they're trapped or locked.
Yeah, and then it just kind of looks like the hallway just disappears. It just kind of goes off into darkness. All right, so you want to open up this door in front of you, Omi? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I'll check it for traps and see if it's
Okay.
locked first.
Sure. Now it is locked.
Okay. This one's locked, guys. You want me to open it? See find
Yeah,
out
no.
what's inside, or cast
Yeah.
it? Maybe you know.
All of these doors are basically sealed iron gates, and you can actually see within these gates, even though the doors are locked. And inside of all of these different crypts, as you can tell that they are, all of these have beautifully painted frescoes on all three ceilings of the on the ceiling and the three walls of each crypt, and it's basically all of the scenes of normal daily life. You can see that these are probably the upper echelon of society, richly dressed, people seated around tables, children playing, writing at desk, sitting in big luxurious chairs. And the one thing that you do notice is, as you kind of look a little bit closer, you're going, this isn't quite normal. because all of the participants that are in these macabres or dioramas, they're all skeletons. Painted skeletons, of course. But it seems like they are posed in these scenes of normal daily life. So it's actually quite interesting.
Scenes of the afterlife, possibly.
I relay this to my companions. This is pretty interesting, guys. Cassette, does this mean anything?
No, this is just the request of all of the different families that have these crypts. And one other thing that you notice, that every one of these iron grates, these grates are actually double locked. And Cassette, she also tells you that the Doom Guide, Yovir, he's the one that has the keys to unopen these. And the families that want to pay their respect to their loved ones that are inside of these crypts, buried in the walls, they get with the Doom Guide, and then the Doom Guide brings them down, unlocks the crypt for them, and gives them as much time as they need. And then they also have access to the banquet hall and whatnot. And if they want to come down and have any kind of celebration, maybe on an anniversary or on a date of death or a date of birth, or maybe they had fallen on a battle on a certain day, that's when the families usually come down here to celebrate.
So,
Okay.
where's the Doom Guide then? Why isn't he bringing us down here?
Because he has other work to attend to. That's
that's
why he is sent
Sent
to
us
me down
Cassette.
here. Yeah.
the Doom
But-
Guide is the guy who we talked to. Okay.
Yeah, but I mean, you can definitely inspect the lock. You could probably you definitely think you have the skill to pick the lock, but I mean, you have to deal with Cassette as well, because she's pretty adamant about every time you guys look at something and your eyes gleam, she says, you better not do that. I'm gonna tell the Doom Guide.
So can we
Queen-
see how far back these go?
Sure, you can see that there's damn near 10 of them here where you're at, and I'll kind of show the map a little bit more. But yeah, you can see that there's quite a few of these crypts, and like I said, all of these crypts are for the wealthy, for the higher echelon, for the higher status group of individuals in Flan.
So is there any writing or anything we may see?
Like I said, there's all kinds of dioramas and frescoes and of the people that are buried in these crypts.
Well, between Cassette watching and Omi's prior experience robbing some platinum pieces from the dead and getting haunted by a ghost, he's learned a lesson. Isn't gonna mess with these crypts.
I figured you would fucking off Cassette by now. I figured it. I don't know. The night is still young yet. I can see it coming already. My Jedi senses tell me this.
Yeah, she's starting to get a little annoying.
Well, yeah, you guys are. Your murder hobo radar is definitely going off, it seems. So as you guys are over here to this to the darkness, you can see that there is a stairwell that descends down about 20 foot or so. And then you can see that it goes into darkness as well with another staircase.
Hang
However,
tight, guys.
you do see that there is another door. And Cassette tells you, she says, "Oh, I have not been any further in the catacombs, so I do not know what lies ahead."
Hang tight, guys. I'm gonna search for traps up ahead. I'm gonna head on down these stairs, checking the stairs, looking up occasionally, and trying to be stealthy.
I'd like to inspect, kind of walk with Cassette and just inspect these recent catacombs. Does it look like any of the doors have been opened? Is there any disturbance in the ground? That sort of thing.
In a couple of them, yeah, there's some footprints, because they are rather dusty inside. And as you're kind of looking through these crypts, Markish, you can see that there's some tribute in there. You can see pieces of jewelry. You can see some gold pieces. You can see some other small trinkets and stuff that would have some value. You know, but however, you've got Cassett watching every
Yeah,
step
I'm more
of
interested
his.
in just being aware that undead come in many different forms,
Oh,
and
absolutely.
and while we may not be able to get through a locked door, doesn't necessarily mean something undead couldn't.
Yeah.
Any disturbance might trigger the need to have one of these opened.
Yeah, well, you know, remember the Doom guy did say that there was a problem with undead lately. So
Right.
there could be something amiss down here. But as of right now, you've seen no indication of that. And even in these small crypts, there's no bodies because of, you know, they're all buried inside of each of these crypts. And Cassett also tells you that every one of these individuals that are portrayed in these dioramas and the frescoes and whatnot that are painted on the walls of these crypts, these are the individuals that are buried. And inside of some of these crypts, there are chairs that are empty. There are beds that are empty. And Cassett tells you that these people have not yet passed, and once they do pass, then they will also be added to the frescoes as well, as they are buried inside of these crypts by their families.
All right.
I think that based on Cassett's experience with this area, we're about to enter in areas that she is not familiar with. We probably should send her back to the Doom Guide.
She said that she does not want to do that because she has been told by the Doom Guy to
I
accompany
think she
all
was
of you.
told to stick with us. Yeah.
Yeah.
Then I would suggest you stick in the back of us just in case if anything does come up.
I can do that.
Plus, if anything comes from behind, I don't want it to be me.
Let it be Cassett, right?
Yeah.
Maybe that'll be a way that she gets off.
I'll kind of give those kind of eyes to Fizz as he said that, like, "Oh, yeah, gotcha." Yep.
Yeah.
I love it. So, Omi, you can see that these stairs descend down about another 20 to 30 feet.
Okay, I'm checking for traps as I go and trying to be stealthy.
All right. Now, there is a door on your right-hand side on the western wall.
I'll listen at the door.
Okay. You listen at the door. Give me a perception check. As you hear the water dripping, everybody's being quiet.
Marquez yells, "Do you hear anything?"
Can you hear me now?
as Marcus's voice just echoes, "Do you hear anything now? Do you hear anything
yeah.
now?"
Do you hear me now?
Good.
What you got? What you got?
So the door here is unlocked. It's not like the other gates. This is a solid door.
Okay. I'll take a flask of oil. I'll check it for traps first of all.
Okay.
Do I need an investigation or perception roll? Or something?
Let's see. I'll count that perception as both listening and checking for traps. So you don't hear anything. And you can tell that the door does not have any kind of lock, and you don't see any kind of traps or anything like that.
Okay. I'll take a flask of oil out of my backpack and oil the hinges, and then creak the door open and take a look through.
As he's starting to open the door, I'm going to go ahead and move down a little bit.
Yep. Me too. Medic's
Nope.
got to be close.
Yeah, I'm going to give you a tell there, Omi. This is previously. So as you open up the door, this is what you see. You see an ancient red-headed dragon with 5 heads called Tiamat. Roll initiative! No, I'm just kidding.
Uh-oh.
How'd you get down here?
Roll initiative, see if you can change your underwear before it breathes.
Shannon moved back up the stairs.
I love it.
I quickly picked this lock and lay down in the bed.
I put my head between my legs and kiss my ass goodbye. That's pretty much what I would do. So as you peer into this chamber, it is an oddly shaped chamber for sure. And it appears that there's a huge pit in the middle of this chamber. And as you move in a little bit, there's not a lot of room to move. There's only about it looks like there's about a foot or so of an edge to kind of skedaddle on the edge of this pit. And it doesn't look like there's anything in the pit from where you're at.
I'm motion everyone to come on up.
What'd you find?
Some kind of pit. I take a step in and see if I can see down into the pit from where I am.
Yeah, when you take another step up, you can see that this pit is filled, literally filled with bones. I mean, this is probably a pretty deep pit to begin with. And there's about a 5-foot gap between the top of the pit down. So 5 foot lower than what the top of the pit is. It's just filled with nothing but humanoid bones, skulls, arm bones, leg bones, fingers, toes. I mean, there's just all kinds of bones.
I'll whisper to Cassett what that's all about.
She has no clue. She never knew that this was here.
Guys, there's a
She hasn't never been down the stairs.
This giant pit here is loaded with bones. I'm gonna take a little closer look.
Yeah.
I'll follow with you because I've had a little bit with the undead. I'll kind of give it a glance over as well.
There's thousands and thousands, probably tens of thousands of bones in this pit. And like I said, they sit down about 5 feet lower than what the edge of the pit is.
Would it be common knowledge? Like, would, like the rich get buried well and the poor get buried pretty shittily? Is this maybe like where you'd throw someone that had nowhere else to go kind of thing?
Possible. Yeah, possible. Yeah.
The unidentified, the
Yeah.
John Does, the Jane Does.
Possible. Yeah.
Or
And
those that just couldn't afford to be properly buried?
even Cassett agrees that this could possibly be something like that.
Is there a stench from the room?
There's no meat or anything on the bones or anything like that. No. But it does have a very old, musky type of smell, yeah. But on the other edge of this pit, there's another walkway that goes east.
You said the walkway around the edge was only about a foot wide.
It is. It's a very narrow pit. And, like I said, it's about if you were to fall, it would only be about a 5-foot fall anyway, so I mean it wouldn't be too bad. But the bones are pretty, a lot of bones are sharp, so there's a lot of bones that are protruding up that are broken and whatnot. But I mean, you could skedaddle across this. You would have to use a little bit of your dexterity to try to skedaddle across. So I mean, you would have to do an acrobatics roll. Well, dexterity, and if you're proficient, you could put acrobatics as well. But you wouldn't have to use too much skill.
Does there appear to be like a hole in the ceiling where these bones are being thrown into this pit, or is it happening here on this level?
That's very good of you to notice that and to look up, Shen. But no, there's nothing on the roof. This is just a pit. That's good. A lot of people don't look up, but that's a good job. I'd give you an inspiration if you didn't have 3 already. So, and everybody else has got 2. But
observe it.
Guys, we can either try to like walk around the pit silently. I think I can make it, but I don't know about you guys in the heavier armor.
I don't know if you knuckleheads. That's what you wanted to say.
Or I could play a spoon song of dexterity if that would help.
I think this pit is where they bury the people who play spoons.
Or I could hammer some pythons in the wall, all the way around, and for some handholds. But that would be kind of noisy, though.
It definitely would be, yeah.
I'm not scared of a 1-foot ledge.
But if you want to, that would be good, and I would give you advantage on those rolls too if you wanted to do that with the pythons.
Before I head back over that way, I want to look down this hallway. It looks like maybe it curves a little bit. So before I risk falling in, I'd just like to know if this is maybe a safer way.
Yeah, this as you look into this chamber a little bit more, Markish, you can tell that it even descends down even more.
Oh, sure. Yeah. No.
Yeah, this
Yeah,
even
no.
descends down even more. And there's a gate with a lock. And in the middle of this, 20 by 30 foot rectangular type of room, there's a statue that's sticking up where the stairwell kind of winds around it, as you can tell. And this statue is of a very strange four-armed humanoid with sort of like kind of vague insectoid type of features. And it's clutching a scroll in one hand and a quill in the other. And then in the third hand, it has like a skull, and then the fourth is empty. And it's kind of itching his crotch a little bit. But yeah, and then these are very old looking, rickety, rotted, weak wooden stairs too that descend down further than where you're at. The stairs don't look too good, but there's a gate pretty much right here where you're at with a lock.
Okay.
But it's one of those types of iron gates up where the crypts were, and you can easily see through and see the statue with the forearms, etc., etc.
Has our guide been following us down at least this far? Or she stayed up there.
Cassett, no, she's kind of at the top of the stairs where you're at, and she has no clue what's down there. She does not know. She hasn't been past the royal crypts, as they're called.
Does the statue maybe, does it have like a religious-ish looking theme to it? I mean, does it look like a statue of a god or something like that?
If you would like to do a religion check, sure, absolutely. If you want to try to recall any lore about this humanoid insectoid, sure, you can give me an intelligence check.
I don't know if I'm looking to know like if I know what it is. I think I'm looking more generally. Does it have? I mean, if there's a religious connotation to it.
Do you have religion or?
I'll roll it.
Yeah, you have no clue what it is.
Yeah, it looks like a statue. Okay.
It's just you can't tell if it has any kind of religious type of iconage or anything like that.
Yeah, so I'll walk back up to the group then and just say, well, there's a gate down here and some four-armed crotch-itching statue. So.
Okay. Marcus, do you want to go that way then, or do you want to try to get across this, see what's on the other side of this pit first?
I'd like to see you fall in the pit, man. I'd say get those pythons in, give me an easier way across.
Pit.
All right, we'll do the pythons thing then.
Okay.
What I want everyone to get into the room and then close the door behind us, so the door will like muffle the noise from out in the other section anyway.
So how you say there's a wall going around the pit?
Yeah.
So like
there's.
How wide is the wall?
It's like I said, there's about a foot of a ledge that's between the wall and the pit. It's about a foot. So I mean, you're going to have some type of skill to, you're going to have to do a dex check, and if you have acrobatics, you can add in that proficiency as well, and that will allow you to skedaddle around the walls. However, seeing that Omi is going first, he wants to put some pythons into the wall for you guys to grab onto. Even though they're not really that big, but I will grant you advantage with those rolls.
Well, I mean, there's not a way to get in without pushing you in the pit, which I'm fine doing. But I can stand and Shen and I can stand out here and stand guard.
Yeah, you guys can
ensure that I can stand out there so that if something does start coming up, at least it doesn't surprise us at where we're at. I'd see it 10 feet, 20 feet away.
Yeah, where you're right now, you can get the door shut. Absolutely, you can get, and it's a solid door. It's not like one of those the crypt gates or anything like that. This is actually a real door.
Okay.
All right, I'll start. Guys, be ready if this noise attracts anything, and I'll start working my way around the northern border of the room, hammering some pythons into the wall.
All right, give me an acrobatics check to see how you're doing skedaddling like a cockroach around this pit. Oh darn it! You made your roll, so you're able to get pythons driven into the wall. Now
you have enough rope.
Yep, and
Oh.
rope through them.
Sure, yeah, that's a good idea as well. And you're banging your mallets into the wall, ping, 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 and you're driving these pythons in, and you get the rip. So which way are you? Are you doing it like this way? Or are you doing it that way?
Yeah, that way.
Okay.
I'll go on the north side.
Okay, so you're on the other side. So everybody can go ahead and one at a time.
I'm going to go ahead and just take the south side. I don't care about fighting.
Sure,
Yeah.
absolutely. Give me a roll.
Going like, really? It's 5 feet.
Yeah, but
As
there's a
far
lot
as
of
you
sharp,
can see.
there's a lot of sharp bones down there, guys.
It could be
All right,
more than
so
5 feet. Build up
Nas, you get across on the south side. Who's going
I'll be using
next?
the pythons.
Okay.
Is it an advantage if I use it that way?
Absolutely advantage, yeah. Oh, you're so lucky. You had a 1 and a 20. Very nice roll. Gonna give you a jingle for that. So you get across, Markesh. So who's going next? Wow, that was fucking loud. Who's
I'll go
going
next.
next? Are you going pythons or non-pythons?
I'll go pythons.
All right. Advantage, you may have, sir. Oh, you make it as well. You make it, Varus. Thank God you're a monk and you have Dex as a bonus modifier. Who's
You
going
think
next?
Cassett next? Cassett
Cassett?
needs to go next.
Oh, God. She's definitely going to. She's pretty ballsy. She says, I don't need help from no man. And she...
She's gonna die.
Fall in.
Good.
All right, so let's see how she does with her Dex check. Wow. She very hastily scurries around and actually does a couple of tumbles. She gets across. Very nice. Actually better than most.
Okay, now you're just showing off.
Shen, advantage
Since I'm
or
the-
normal?
Since I'm the last man standing, I will do advantage.
Okay.
And what am I rolling here? I don't have acrobatics. I have
Then you just
athletics.
do dexterity. Just dexterity.
dexterity.
Yep. But you'll get it with advantage, so hopefully you'll fuck it up, Chief. I'm just kidding.
A 1 and a 3.
Wow, very nice. Very nice, Shen. You get across as well. All right, so you get across. Go ahead and deduct your pythons and stuff like that. I'm sure you probably retrieve the rope, right?
Oh, well, yeah, I'll leave the rope for now because we
Yeah,
have to go back across there.
good idea.
And I'll just peek around the corner here.
All right, you see that there is another chamber that looks like it opens up into a larger room as you kind of peer around the corner. What do you do, adventurous?
I say we
Okay.
walk in brashly.
Hey, you can walk in with a "What's up?"
Quite a swagger. Yep.
Walk in with a America,
Marka. Hoo-yah.
Faerun.
I take Omi's spoon and bang it on the wall as we walk along.
Oh my God.
Bum, bum, bum.
Go
Take
for it,
a look.
Omi. Why don't you take a peek what's in there before we come rushing in?
I'll go around the corner and see if I can see any more from here.
Well, you guys sure are a bunch of pussies right now.
Oh, we said Marka, and then he called us pussies. What is up with that?
So as you guys start to, progress through the hall to the south, you start to have a scent run through your nostrils of like a burned wood smoke. And as you descend more south into the room, the scent, as you guys are not even moving anymore, you guys start to smell this wood smell, this burning smell, get a little bit stronger. There you go, attaboy Shen. Shen's no pussy.
I'm gonna kick the doors as I go along.
All right, so as you enter this room, Shen, I'm going to give you the lowdown on this room. Now, as you enter,
You
there is
said
a
America, gotta go.
America. There is a huge iron brazier or brazier that's in the middle of this room on the floor. Old Dragonbait knows what I'm talking about. I heard that chuckle. So as you're moving forward, you can see, Shen, that the walls are lined with bodies, almost perfectly preserved bodies, and they all have this black soot that's staining the walls, that are staining their corpses.
Shen, do you know what that smell is?
They kind of look like a mummified drow, if it weren't for their different color hairs, as you get a good glance upon them.
Smells like medium roasted drow.
Yeah, and you can also tell that past this first room, Shen, you can see that there's a wall, and it looks like there's another chamber, as you can see. And it looks like the chamber opens to your right as well, because the wall kind of disappears.
Got some stuff up here, boys. Come take a look.
And it definitely looks like there's a second room.
Who don't know us will go up and check out the area over there, kind of see what he can tell in this area.
Okay.
I'll come over
Yeah, I'll
here and
back
peek
up.
around the corner.
Okay. Omi, as you peer around this corner, it's just about another 10 foot, sort of like an alcove in the wall, with more bodies. And this brazier, and as you enter the room, it smells horrible now, not only of this burnt wood, of almost like a rotten flesh.
Hey Shen, we were warned of undead. Are any of these things undead that you can tell?
Just poke them.
Yeah, just poke them. America.
Okay, I'll poke the one to the south west of me. I'll draw my bow and fire an arrow at one of the bodies.
That's how you're gonna touch him. That's how you get
Touch them from afar. Who's shooting? I need to go back up around this corner.
I pull,
Malachi.
I pull out my sickle just in case.
I love it. You guys are awesome.
I've had
All right.
my shield up. That's about it.
So draw to where you're shooting. Just kind of like draw a line with your token. There you go. All
This
right.
body that I see on the floor over
Yeah,
here.
that sounds good. You shoot at that body. Absolutely.
Oh, do I need a roll to shoot
Yeah.
him?
Well, of course. Yeah, you got to hit at least a stationary target of a DC 10. Absolutely.
Yeah, just watch out for the cow.
Good thing there was no one in front of me.
As I hear the bowstring twang, I think, oh my god, he's not shooting again, is he?
Marcus, you know it's awful when you shoot at a stationary target with an AC of 10 and do not hit it, especially in Dungeons and Dragons 5e.
Kind of look over him and say, you know, Omi, you know we're all supposed to be behind you when you shoot.
It's a good thing there wasn't a cow here.
You are behind me.
I think you misplaced your arrow and put a spoon in there instead.
Oh, yeah.
It doesn't
Whoops.
flinch. Your arrow just shatters on the wall.
Good catch. When I drew the arrow, I drew a spoon with it too and fired them both at the same time.
You lost the spoon? Thank God. Thank God.
Now it's just going to be clack, not clackety clack. Clackety clack.
I'm just
Right,
waiting for Omi
right,
to say,
right.
there's more where that came from.
Oh yeah, I got a whole pocket full of spoons here. You want to see them all?
I don't see those on your inventory sheet, actually. No, I'm just kidding.
They're-
20
they're
pounds
under-
worth of spoon.
He's
So they're
over
under-
encumbered because of spoons.
They're under a set of musical spoons.
What do you say? Anybody else want to do anything? How about you, Shen? How about you, Nas?
I'm going to go ahead and investigate this area that I'm at. Check out this bronzer and see what it is. if there's anything particular about it.
Sure.
The Shin would like to move up to there and do a perception check on the body on the floor.
Okay. We'll do
Homie's
that.
gonna look
That was
over his
me,
bow.
We'll get you moved up there, Varys. There you go. So Shen,
Shin, I think I'm gonna switch us. I think you moved me instead.
Sorry.
all right. So who's Marcus? You're going back then, right? All I'm doing is accepting the moves. So, all right. So Omi, you took a shot. You missed. I'll move Cass up a little bit.
So what's in this area where the arrow is at?
Well, Shen, as you move up and you start to look at the body, well, you'd have to be up here anyway to inspect it. Your perception rolls. You're kind of explain to me how you're actually. I mean, are you getting down on a knee? Are you just standing up? Are you poking it with a stick? Or I mean, are you poking the bear in a cage? I mean, what are you doing here?
Well, I'm standing around. I'm standing, not kneeling,
Okay.
not doing that at all.
You
Kind
don't
of
want that prone, do you? So I can get advantage
Yeah.
on attacks.
Yeah.
You're smart.
Don't want to be prone. You know, looking around, observing the body. Can I tell? Is there anything going on? Tapping him with the pointy end of my warhammer.
Well, as soon as you point this thing with your warhammer, its eyes open up and look at you. And it's like a very milky, like a rotten, yellowish, milky type of eyeballs that opens up. And then, like sort of like a slot machine, the pupils kind of roll a couple times and look straight at you. And it moans. "Ugh," and it stands up. And as this creature starts to stand up, you can hear all throughout the chamber. And 3 other creatures stand up. Roll initiative. It's time to fight your dad.
I knew it.
So, as these creatures are starting to stand up, I'm going to give you a couple of visuals. 3 of the creatures look like ghouls. And this is what the ghouls look like. Their long tongues that the ladies love are dangling and whipping out of their mouth. They have huge claws, razor-like claws that would just devour the flesh off of you. The other creature, as it stands up, the one that is engaged with Shen, stands up and has a staff that he is wielding. And then all of a sudden, a vortex of this light blue magic starts to spin around him. So, Varys, you were expecting this. You are first in the initiative order.
Okay, I attack. Take my
I
short
attack.
sword.
Beep, 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 beep. I attack. Love it. All right, so Varys, you had one pop up right beside you. Definitely a ghoul. These are all ghouls, that's for sure. Yeah, they do know I go, hey, Big Dirt, what's up, buddy? Good to see you, man. All right, so Varys, attack. Varys, don't attack. You just disconnected. So we'll come back to Varys. We're going to go on the ghoul that's going to be attacking Varys, seeing that he's not here. Varys, last call, are you here? You are fucked. Because this ghoul is going to claw at you. In fact, I'm going to let him bite the young Varys. The ghoul lashes out and, oh my god!
Of course,
Gets a critical hit.
it would be no other than him.
He loves the taste of halfling flesh. So he devours. Oh my god. Varys, you take 14 from the heavy critical. You're heavily wounded, and I know you cannot hear me, but hopefully you'll rewatch the video. Next, the ghoul that is in front of you, Shen. Oh, you are fucked, buddy. Is going to attack you several times. Oh my god. It's going to attack you 3 times to be exact.
Maybe I should have hit him with the blunt end of my warhammer.
I'm thinking you probably should have.
I think Omi should have hit it with his wild shots.
So the ghoul tries to bite. He winds his tongue back into his mouth so he doesn't bite his tongue off. He snaps. He barely misses your neck. He then takes one of his razor-type claws and slashes at you. And the attack is also a miss. Now last, he is wielding... What is he? He's wielding a war pick with his 3rd attack in the other hand, that in his right hand. He slashes at you with his war pick. Oh, and he buries the hammer down into the nub. You're going to take a little bit of damage, my friend. Shen, you take 7 piercing damage as he pulls the hammer out and your blood is dripping off of the war pick. And he says, "You are in my tomb." And hisses, and then his big 2-foot-long tongue comes out and kind of shakes. Next, we're going to Omi. What say you, Omi?
Omi draws an arrow to his bow again and takes a shot at ghoul number 3. Hopefully this time he can do better than he did before.
Hopefully for you and your group members, it will help with a good roll. Roll away as you bury the arrow down to almost where the feathers are. Whatever their technical term name is, I have no clue. But you hit with a 16 on your attack. You
Hey there, guys.
damage.
I just needed a moving target.
Don't forget your sneak attack. Ooh.
Ugh.
What level are you, Omi?
3.
What level is your rogue?
Oh, just 1.
You don't get. Yeah, you're fucked. You don't get higher sneak attack damage. You do 6 damage as this thing looks like you've gotten its attention, and it starts to run towards you, Omi. Shen, what say you?
Before I was gonna give say, Marcus, we've got ghouls, help, and to give him bardic inspiration.
That would, with that tone of voice, that would have definitely not inspired me, Omi.
as he's looking at me, I tell him every time, you can't shoot with people in front of you. We've talked about this.
And you're wanting to move back? All right, you move back. Shen, what say you?
Shen's going to try and turn undead.
You may try to turn undead. I'm going to read turn undead, so next time you know what turn undead does. So as an action, you present your holy symbol and speak a prayer censoring the undead. Each undead that can see or hear you within 30 feet must make a wisdom saving throw. If the creature fails its saving throw, it is turned for 1 minute or until it takes any kind of damage. A turned creature must spend its turn trying to move as far away from you as it can, and it cannot willingly move into a space within 30 feet of you. Now, if it runs into a wall or anything, it's not able to take its dash action. It will take the dodge action as it's against a wall or something like that. So, that's how Turn Undead works for Channel Divinity. Now, let's see. You have no one targeted, so you need to target all of the undead that is within 30 feet of you, which is basically all 4 of these. So you need to control click on every one of these.
Make sure and control click yourself because you're targeting yourself too.
Yep. And then do the saving throw.
Then you do the cast thing, right?
Yep. They all take a wisdom saving throw. All right. And just double click that on your character sheet. All right. 3 failed saving throws. And the last, which is the ghoul that has a war pick, he failed. So all 4 ghouls failed their saving throws. All right, so these 2 ghouls, they are going to run to the east and basically take the dodge action. The ghouls that are on you are going to take the dodge action and run to the west and just basically run along the wall. But it is turned for, it will be turned for a certain amount of time. Yeah, basically, yeah, 10 rounds, every round 6 seconds, so 10 rounds. And correct, yeah, if it takes any kind of damage, it will no longer be turned. So, I mean,
Yeah, that's good though.
probably,
Clutch,
yeah,
man.
it is. That's really nice. Especially when undead, you can just focus fire on one target at a time now, you know what I mean?
Sure.
Hoo-yah. Shin for the win.
So, yeah, good job there, Shen. So we've got that all hashed out. So yeah, just remember DC 13. We'll get you something set up on your sheet afterwards. And let's see, Shen, did you want to take any? Seeing that you have all of these ghouls turned now, do you want to do anything else? Bonus action? Do you want to take any other movements? Anything like that?
Yeah, since everybody's afraid now, I'm going to actually move, I think, to right there, because
Sure.
they don't want to come anywhere near me, right?
No.
So if I'm there, that gets them away from the party.
Correct, and you take no attack of opportunity either, because now they're basically focused on getting the hell away from you.
Yep. So
All right,
I'm
so you
here.
present your holy symbol, say a few words from your deity, they turn, actually everything turned, which is really nice. And we'll move on to Markish. Markish, what say you?
So these guys haven't moved at all, so I'm actually going to run down here and engage ghouls down here.
Sure, all right.
And I will, yeah, I'll take out my warhammer and hit them.
Okay,
try
hit
to.
which one, the one with the war pick or the normal ghoul?
The normal ghoul.
Okay, sounds good. That would be ghoul number 3. You guys have inspiration too, so don't be afraid to use that. Nice hit with a 21 versus AC. Roll damage. All right, you take a total of 7. The zombie does. It is definitely heavily damaged. As you see, a lot of black blood, old rotten blood, starting to flow out of the wound as it now turns around and starts to hiss at you. Anything else? Any other movement? Attack of opportunity? Bonus action?
No.
Okay.
That will be it for me.
All right. So this ghoul will move this way and take the dodge action. So anyone attacking ghoul number 2 will be attacking with disadvantage. Ghoul number 3 that you actually just attack will turn and try to claw you as it slashes out at Markish. And it misses. All right, Haz, Naz, it's your turn.
I'll go ahead and take a 5-foot step, and then with my other hand, I kind of start arcane my Eldritch Blast and shoot it at the ghoul 3.
Okay. Oh, too bad you didn't want to attack another ghoul. I was okay. All right, you get your spell components out, your verbal, somatic, whatever you're doing, and you launch your firebolt. Let's see what happens. Ooh, it actually misses the ghoul, and your bolt just explodes on the wall. And as your bolt hits the wall, a little bit of the ceiling kind of falls in, dust and small pieces of debris. No damage or anything like that, but everything just kind of shakes a little bit. Any other movement you want to take?
Nope, I'll stay right here.
All right. Cassit, she is standing fast. She is not participating. She's kind of almost clutching on to Omi's arm. Varys, what say you? I don't think Varys is back yet, so
I don't think so.
we're going to bypass Varys. All right, the ghoul goes against the cave wall, and that's all it can do, and it will go ahead and take a dodge action. Same with the ghoul, it will actually kind of run down one square, go into a dodge. Now we're, let's see, we're in round 2. Omi, you're up.
I'll
Omi's
move up
engaging.
here
All right.
and give some assist to Markesh and try to take out the school.
Oh, I can't wait to hear you inspire him again. Good to see you, Big Dirt. Haven't seen you in months, man. Oh, almost was going to be a miss, a hit, but it's fell over to the 5 and you missed.
I'll go ahead and use my bonus action to come around with my dagger.
If you want to use one of those inspiration you got stockpiled, I'll let you re-roll that if you want.
Let's see. I'll save it for now. I think I might use it later, but
Sure.
I'll save it for now.
No problem.
I'll use the offhand dagger.
Now that's a hit, and you get to add sneak attack because you have Markesh engaged with it. Ooh, nice. 5 piercing damage from the dagger.
Ooh. I give it a little jab.
Get a little stabby stab. Anything
Jiggery
else for you?
pokery.
Pokey, pokey.
Shen, you're up. Take any other movement if you want to, me, and I'll approve it. Shen?
I'll stay there.
Shen will
Oh,
cast
darn
Sacred Flame on the ghoul that's engaged.
Make sure you get rid of your targets on there.
Yeah,
How-
don't forget that. You just control-click on the targets again. And let me take off your frightened as well, because you are not frightened. There you go. Or you could just take your attack and... I think it's just easier taking your attack and then dropping it onto the token, but that's just me. I hate the control clicking. Except for AoE, then that's when I do it.
Alright, so I cast Sacred Flame at ghoul number 3.
Well, let's see.
Tempest, show me the light.
There you go. So we'll say that he's dead anyway.
Who y'all winning?
Yeah, even though he was successful, he's already taken the damage. We'll just go ahead and we'll take this one out. So now
Nice
your
job,
macro's working. So there you go.
I'll
Alright.
dedicate my next show to you. And hey, your name has 4 letters in it.
Awesome.
So how about
Four-letter
anything else
names
for
are
you,
the
Shen?
best. Nope, I'm gonna hang out right here so the ghouls don't come close to my compadres.
All right, Marcus, you're up now, and I'm going to go back in and fix your macro for the Channel Divinity also, Shen.
Yeah, so I'm going to turn to the other ghoul and start the same sort of round of action on him. I have Bardic Inspiration. Omi, is that a 1d4 that I might add?
You don't have to decide until after you attack.
Yeah, no,
to
I was
add
just...
it, but it's
I
a
was wondering.
d6 though.
D6, thank you.
Very nice. It's a hit. You can still keep that inspiration. Gotta mark
And with
that
that,
down
then
on
I'll
my
turn it.
list. All right, Ghoul. Still feared? Well, not feared, just turned. Nas, you're up. I don't know why I keep calling your character Haas. I don't know why.
I'm gonna go ahead and move to where I have a better line of sight and strike again with the now new ghoul that's no longer feared or turned.
Okay.
Yeah, that one there is the guy that's got to die. He hit me.
He sure did.
The one I pokeyed with the pointy end of my warhammer.
And I will go ahead and use inspiration to get advantage on this.
Absolutely. I like it. Ooh,
It was the
over
same
miss.
roll.
Yeah. As a miss, it's 2 more. Well, as another bolt launches and bam, it hits the wall again, and everything starts to shake a little bit. More dust, more dirt, more small chunks of the ceiling fall down on top of you, Markish.
Yeah, as I'm focused solely on the ghoul in front of me, I just yell and, without even watching or looking, "God damn it, Omi! Knock it off!"
All right, Casset, nothing else. Did you want to take any other movements or anything, Nos? Bonus action?
Nope, that'd be it.
All right. Varys is not here still. So we'll go to the ghoul that's still turned. All right. The
This one shouldn't be turned anymore.
No, yeah, this one shouldn't be turned. So, yeah, you're going to take the brunt of 3 attacks. He's going to bite, claw, and attack you with his war pick. Thanks to the Tome of Beast for spicing up this encounter. So he grabs you and tries to bite into you, Marcus, and you push him back off. And as you push him back off, he tries to claw you with an uppercut. And he actually...
That one, I'm going to use shield.
Okay. So
That'll
shield...
add 5.
Okay. So what is that going to take your armor to? Your armor class?
24.
Okay. And lastly, he will attack you with his war pick as he comes straight down on top of your head. And he misses with a horrible crit miss. Nice job, you survived. As everybody's ears are now bleeding. Me. Everybody make a con saving throw from that loud-ass Price is Right gong. All right, Omi?
I move here and draw another arrow, this time making sure not to draw a spoon with it.
Please
and
don't
fire
roll
down.
one. 'Cause if you roll a 1, you're going to hit Markish.
Nope, another one shatters on the wall.
It does.
Once again, I yell to the gods, "Fucking A, Omi!"
Oh, he's kind of embarrassed, so he retreats around the corner.
Shen, what say you?
Shen will cast Sacred Flame to verify that the gods have fixed my dramas on the ghoul that hit me.
Well, they don't like you, but it worked.
Very nice. The ghoul fails the saving throw. Roll damage.
Wah, wah.
What level are you, Shen?
3.
Is there a -2? Oh, no.
You're still going to have that 1d8 damage. Don't forget, when you hit level 5, that'll go to 2d8. So, any other movement for you,
Yep.
Shen? The Finn?
Nope. Hanging out here to keep the bad guys away from my buddies.
All right, Markish, you're up, buddy. As you just took
This
that
guy-
flurry of attacks.
Yeah, this guy is some dangerous stuff, so I'm going to keep waylaying into him.
Yeah, this is like no other ghoul that you've ever seen or even read about.
Yeah, that's some harsh actions there. So Warhammer continuing on them.
Okay. Can you just imagine how pissed off Raz is for
And I'm
this?
trying to
connecting?
1D. I'm using my
He's
bardic
upset.
inspiration. Hopefully, this will work.
Okay. Very nice. So that would be a total of 19. So
19.
now take that modifier and drop it into your modifier box, and then take that 15 attack and then drop it onto the ghoul, and then it'll kind of add everything up for you. There you go. Isn't that
Excellent.
nice? Yeah, it's a nice little feature Fantasy Grounds has. All right, so it's a hit. You may roll damage because of your bardic inspiration. Ooh, very nice. Yeah, the ghoul takes 9 damage as you smash him.
Getting
with
a ready
non-bludgeoning
stance for another flurry from this badass.
damage. Okay, sounds good. Anything else for you, Markish? I would think
Nope,
not.
I'll pass it.
All right. Let's go to Nas. You're up now.
All right, focusing this time, kind of really gaining the energy, and unleashes out another Eldritch Blast.
Okay. That's a nice hit. Even with the -2 that I should have given you for the big burly half orc in the way, you hit with a 23. Nice hit. Roll damage. All right, 6 force damage. I think it is force damage. Nice hit. Any other movement? Bonus action?
I'll stay put and be prepared to hit him again next time.
Okay. Casset is going to get involved, I believe, this time. Casset We'll cast Bless on 3 of you. She gets down on one knee, pulls her holy symbol out, says a prayer to Kelemvor, and then blesses the 3 closest individuals to the zombie. So, Markish, you are blessed. Naz, you are blessed. And Shen, you are blessed. As you all feel a cool, calming, refreshing sensation come over you. And then she moves up and hugs onto Omi again. But she says, no spoons.
Aww.
Your spoons has attracted. You gotta give her a sup.
Varys is no longer here. You could just imagine how he's raging, throwing shit all over the place right now. Because he loves to be at every game. Guess who's back up? The Daracool. And you know what? I have 4 GM inspiration, and I'm going to use one this round.
I think I need a build on this one, maybe.
I know that you guys were hoping that I would forget about this, but he's going to grab at you again and try to bite you, Markish. Ooh, and he hits you with a 22. Are you going to...
You know, I've got to burn that other. I've got to burn the shield.
Okay.
24 AC then.
Okay. He will claw you. I will use inspiration for this. 22 is a miss. Following up with a war pick attack. 20. That's a miss. Nice job.
That war.
It's
that
going to get
war
ugly next round, boys.
is horrific.
Omi, you're up.
Obi's gonna move over here and try once again with the short bow.
Cassett actually says to you before you move. Cassett says,
Oh.
I wonder what that spoon performance would have been if I would have blessed you before it. So,
That's a good
Omi,
idea.
That's a
Why don't you
hit.
come to my next one? She
says,
inspired me. She
I'll
inspired
pass.
me to that critical hit.
Yeah, she did. Roll damage. Nice hit. As you finally get a shot in with your short bow and sneak attack. Not too bad. It should be.
For some
You
reason,
should have one more
double.
d6. Throw that. Yeah, throw the
That's weird.
d6 in there, and then I'll add that to the Daracool. Oh, nice. 6 more damage. I'll add that on. So. He's definitely taking a little bit of damage. He's probably about... he's definitely showing signs of wear and tear. He's got several
Duck.
open wounds on him.
Thanks for the inspiration, Cassett.
Mm-hmm. All right, so this whirling vortex of this bluish green necrotic energy starts to engulf you as it expands, Markish. So, Shen of the Finn, what say you?
Seeing this bluish energy and being inspired and feeling blessed, Shen will move up here beside a Markesh. And using an inspiration, which means I get advantage, right?
I like it, yeah.
I'm going to crack this dude with the blunt end of my Warhammer.
I'm going to crack this dude. Crack him with advantage. Wow. Almost. That's a miss. That's even with bless. 4, 4, and 4. Triple 4s, man.
Yeah, that's exploding dice in your other game.
I know. Yeah. If you had a D4. Anything else for you?
Nope. I'm going
Okay.
to stand here and try to absorb some of the anger
Okay, so,
from my buddy Markesh.
all right. I like that.
Markish needs the bardic inspiration off of his tab there.
So Markish, as this bluish, greenish, necrotic energy starts to expand out, and it engulfs you, and it is a horrendous smell. This is the smell of death. Now, you're going to need to do seeing it's the start of your turn, you're going to have to take a Constitution saving throw from the stench, which you failed with a 1, and I'm very, very sorry about that. Now, you're now poisoned until the start of your next turn. So now you're starting to feel nauseous. You're wanting to vomit. You're starting to gag. And you're now poisoned.
Excellent.
All right. Yeah, excellent. I love it. So, Markish, what say you as you're poisoned? And you'll be rolling with disadvantage, by the way.
Yeah, taking that gag of poison, I'm gonna put away the shield and two-hand my warhammer, burn an inspiration, and give an almighty swing.
Ooh, nice. With inspiration, it'll cancel it out. Nice.
Shin is ducking for the backswing.
Wow. You crush him with a 20. I like it. Ooh, very nice. He is heavily damaged as he takes 11 bludgeoning damage from the two-handed hit.
With that, I'm going to shift just to the south a little bit here
Sure.
and turn ended.
Okay. So this ghoul still going to be feared for about another 6 or 7 rounds. Nas, your turn. You are now enveloped by this greenish stench as well. Just to let you know, Shen.
Roger.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and cast another Eldritch Blast at it.
Okay, perfect sight. No negative modifier. With your bless saved you with a 21, I think. You may roll damage, sir. Takes another 4 force damage as he staggers back a little bit. At least you didn't hit the ceiling again. Cassit will... I think Cassit is going to stand fast. She is going to move up 1 square, pull out her holy symbol, and keep it there. She also pulls out her club as well. She has a club in one hand, holy symbol in the other. Varys, still not here. Ghoul, still. All right. Now the ghoul here, I will go ahead and... oh, man. I missed out on on turning Defiance. This ghoul and any other ghoul within 30 feet of it has advantage on saving throws against Turn Undead. Damn it, I totally butchered that. But that's okay. He still gets 3 attacks around. And I'm going to, let's see, burn Inspiration on Bite on Markish. Which I think no, I don't even have to do that. I think I get advantage anyway, don't I? I think. I'm not sure. No, I don't. All right, so the bite attack is a miss. He's going to follow it up with inspiration for a claw attack on you, Markish. And inspiration, an 18 is a hit.
Oh, I had to drop that shield, baby.
So, yeah. And let's see, he's going to do claw damage to you, which is 16. And also, I'm going to give you a Constitution saving throw. Another one, and I'm sorry about this. And, oh, you're so clutch. The Bless helped you. Because you started to feel all of your muscles starting to tighten up, Markish, as if you were almost not able to move. And then
I start screaming to the ceiling.
Yeah, and then your Constitution, your adrenaline kicks in, and you're able to snap out of it. So you are not paralyzed. Oh my God, you were so lucky on that. And then he follows up with a War Pick attack on you and hits you with a 20. And you're going to take another 8 piercing damage as you are now very heavily wounded. Oh me. What say you?
I'm going to move up here, and I've got another arrow ready for this thing. Die!
No negative modifier. I like it. And a miss. As an arrow streaks right past Shen's ear. You could feel the air. Shen, what say you?
Shen is going
before we start, Shen, I'm sorry about that. That stinking, obnoxious smell that you smell, you need to do a saving throw. And you fail your saving throw. So now you are also poisoned until the start of your next turn. So now you may continue to carry on with your round of
I
actions.
meant to ask about that before I started talking.
No problem.
All right, so I don't need to do anything else. I'm attacking with disadvantage.
You should be, yes. Poison.
All right.
Yeah, you're starting to like vomit. You're starting to go into like a very cold sweat. You're feeling like absolute crap. You're feeling weak. Your eyes are blurry. So that's the whole reason for disadvantage. So let's see what happens.
All right, so based on feeling yucca, I will burn another inspiration, and I don't think I can concentrate to cancel the spell, so I will smack him with my hammer.
I like it. All right, so let's see, a 6 and an 8. It would have been a miss anyway.
Oh, you didn't. Yeah, it would have been. You have to
Yeah.
hit advantage to get it evened out.
Yeah, I took the highest
Just for the
roll.
future.
Yeah. Yeah, you have to hit advantage. Yeah. Thank you very much for that.
Oh, yep, okay.
All right, so that's a miss. Even with the you had a 6 and an 8, so it still would have been a miss with 11 or
Yeah,
13.
still went to work.
So anything else for you there, Shin of the Fin?
Nope. I'm gonna hang out here to try to absorb some of the damage that potentially be coming towards my shipmate.
Okay, so start of your round, I'm going to give you another one of these stench rolls.
Oof, nope.
You are successful this
Wow.
time, so now you're immune to it. You don't have to make this anymore.
All right, so I will grab my shield back from my side
Sure.
and no longer two-handing the warhammer. Try and do my best to take the ghoul out
Sure.
this round.
Very nice hit, 25. 4 more bludgeoning damage.
I will action surge
Ooh.
and go for another warhammer hit. I'm actually going to burn inspiration on this one too.
Oh man, nice. How did you guys like all that acing and exploding damage in Savage Worlds? That shit gets pretty crazy pretty quick.
Yeah,
doesn't
that
it?
gets wild,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
That was an awesome video. I really enjoyed watching it.
Yeah, it's a fun game. Nice damage, 8.
Realizing the
Seven.
need because I rolled an 18 and a 1 that I absolutely needed that. That's fantastic.
Yep.
And I will pass.
All right, very nice. You did a total of 12. Yeah, that system's pretty relentless. You can do a lot of damage really quick, especially it's all luck on rolling aces. So, all right, Ghoul number 2 is still turned for another 6 rounds. Nas, you're up.
Cast another Eldritch Blast.
Sure. There's a lot of one-sheets, one-sheet adventures for Savage Worlds. So maybe
I don't like one-shot type things.
Yeah, maybe we'll do some of that stuff later
That'd be cool.
down the line. Yeah, give you guys a taste of the Fast Furious rule set. That's a miss. 10 versus AC. But you got an inspiration. I'll tell you what. If you want to re-roll that, I'll let you use that last inspiration.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and use that last one.
Okay, go for it and re-roll that attack. Oh, you guys are burning all your inspiration. Love it.
I have to, man.
24
This guy's badass.
Yeah, that ghoul is pretty badass. All right, 7 more force damage. He doesn't like using spell slots. He's hoarding his spell slots for the boss or something, I guess. Which you're fighting, by the way.
I look behind me on my shoulder. This is the boss.
Take any movement you want. I'll approve it, Nas. And Cassit will run up to you, Markish, and she will start to grope you as she gives you a cure wounds
baby.
spell. She heals you for a total of 2, and then she runs back.
You got to give them a what's up when you're being groped. So
Any little bit help.
All right, the Derrickle. I got 2 inspirations left. I think I'm going to turn on. No, he's gonna continue to go for Markish. I'm sorry, Markish. The bite is a miss. My inspiration attack with the claw is a 22, which is a hit. So you go down, and I need to give you. No, I don't. You're already unconscious. So
Yeah, as I fall to the
Yeah.
ground unconscious, I will use. It will burn my second wind, or and remain with 1 hit point.
sounds good. And then he sees that you're down, and then he will.
Not second wind. I'm sorry. I'll fix that.
Oh, no problem. Yeah, you should just be at 1. But yeah, just put that back on your sheet too, so you still have it. War pick attack on Shen of the Fen, which is a miss. You parry it away with your weapon, and that's it. You start to feel a burning sensation from the wound from his claws. By the way, Markish. Omi, what say you?
Omi's gonna run in.
Oh, I like
And-
it. As
and, try
as
to
the
take
ghoul
some heat.
says, "How sweet, fresh meat."
Try to take some heat off Marcus as I swing at it with my short sword.
Oh no.
Ugh.
As he parries
And,
you away with his war pick and says, "I'll get you next. The half-orc is down. You're the one casting magic. You're next."
And I'll say, Marcus, you can do better than that. Better than me, hopefully, as I give him more bardic inspiration.
He turns towards you, Shen, and he says, "How in the hell are you inspired by that?"
Get him, Marcus. Get him. We need to take this thing out.
I love it. I mean, anything else for you?
Nope, that's it.
As you step into the noxious cloud. All right, Shen, it's time to give you another saving throw, my friend.
Standing by.
Roger, roger. Oh, I love it. You are poisoned
One
yet
moment.
again. All right, you're poisoned again, my friend. You still got 1 inspiration. You can cancel that attack out.
All right, yeah, I'm going to do that. And so I click advantage now, right, to
You
cancel it
sure
out.
do. Yep.
And since I'm feeling icky, I have to hit him with the Warhammer instead of casting a spell.
Hitting him with the icky icky. That's a nice hit. Can you do enough damage to take him down? You do! The Derrickle Ghoul's down! And as he dies, this green necrotic energy starts to shoot out of his mouth, out of his eye sockets, out of his ears, out of his ass! And he falls down. And then he looks at you, Omi, and he says, "Please tell me you're not the one that had done that horrible spoon performance that I had heard about."
I am.
Laying
I'll
on the
come
ground.
visit you at some point for a show. How's that sound?
I'll
That's
be
me.
meeting you in the depths of the elemental chaos and all of the layers of hell. As he dies. Woof. Nice job, Shen.
Using my relentless endurance, I coming back to 1 hit point, laying on the ground. I peek open my eye, notice that he's down. Oh, thank God! And
Take your movement, Shen. Also, Marcus, you're up, so you can stand up half your movement, and you can take any other movement that you want. I think you'll probably have about 15 feet of movement still. So
yeah, I'm gonna need to run up here.
I'm going to flip Marcus a healing potion as he's moving.
oh no.
Here you go, dude.
All right, cool.
Oh, nice.
Cassid says, "So what? My healing's not good enough for you? You have to drink healing potions?" Typical man.
Well, you know, we're in the thick of battle.
Very nice. Nice roll. That's really
So that'll be
nice.
my action, my movement, and my action was the healing potion.
All right. Looks like ghouls are still feared.
So-
Nas, you're up, buddy. Fucking ghoul even heard of your performance. Unbelievable.
I think that might be how he died.
Yeah, I told you. Worldwide, guys.
Bonus points.
I told you I was going worldwide.
You didn't say the underworld. That's
That's part of the world.
That's
it's a pretty
next.
bad thing when a group of ghouls comes to terrorize a town because some jackass decides to play spoons.
That's next. Spoon the Underworld tour.
Yeah, that's a great idea.
Got the world. Time to the underworld.
Oh, good. Nas, what say you? What are you doing as we're digressing? Sorry about that.
Targeting now Ghoul 1. I'm going to go ahead and cast off another Eldritch Blast.
Okay. That's a hit. Very nice. Wow. 7 damage. And now he turns. He starts to shake his head and takes his head and with his hand and kind of hits his head and shakes the cobwebs clear. And then he turns around as he starts to charge. Anything else for you there, Nas?
Nope, I'll stay here and wait for him to come towards.
All right. So you're going to get groped again there, Markish, with another heal spell.
She loves me.
How come you never grope me?
She heals you for 3 more. She says, because I've seen what's under that robe, and it does not, Never mind. I'm one of the clergy. I can't say anything. Varys. Hello, Varys, are you there? Oh, God, Varys, you're not here. I'm taking you out of the tracker. Oh, and he gets taken out of the turn tracker, and he gets taken out of the party sheet. So you guys are going to get more XP. Poor Varys.
So not only did he join us and he actually got critted, and then he fell down and actually slept the whole time.
Yep, he actually sits down in an Indian style position.
Meditation.
And then he just disappears as he logs out. So the ghoul's gonna move up.
He's supposed to be the hit point bag.
He's supposed to be. Now this ghoul here is going to slash out at you, Nas.
I'm gonna do protection.
No, okay.
I don't need to anyway, but I
would
did
have
it.
missed anyway. Yeah.
Gotta try harder than that.
As it just hisses at you, and the tongue unwinds about 4 more feet, gets right at the edge of you, just out of reaching you, and you can just smell the stench coming off of its tongue as it's wiggling right in front of you.
And I hear Casa go, ooh.
I'm gonna move
Cassie
up
goes,
and
"Sup?"
inspired by Marcus's death taking that hit, still defying death. I move up and inspired to attack it with my short sword and dagger.
Nice hit.
Fine hit.
Nice, I give
Well
it a big
done.
Wow,
slash
very
across
nice.
chest.
Yeah,
I come
13
across
damage.
with my dagger.
Yeah, it's definitely heavily wounded as a lot of the flesh actually just kind of peels away as you pull your weapon out, your short sword out. It kind of pulls about a foot square chunk of flesh off, and it's hanging off of your sword, just kind of jiggling like
And
a
I plunge
piece
my
of
dagger
jello.
into it also.
Oh God! And your dagger hits, and you hit for 1 more damage, and it just kind of laughs at you over that hit.
It's gonna take forever to clean these.
He said, really?
Anything else for you? You feel like inspiring
Nope.
anybody?
That'll do it.
Shit.
I may inspire Marcus if Shen doesn't take this thing out.
All right. Shen, as you're kind of burrowing yourself in the corner over there for some godforsaken reason, you may move, sir.
I will move to there.
Okay. You may move. God allows you to move. Oh, did I just got myself gone?
Thank you, Tempest. Sacred Flame
All right.
on Ghoul, which it's up here trying to get bossy.
Sounds good. And the second room, as you guys have seen, the second room, which the ghoul fell, so you may go ahead and roll your Sacred Flame damage. The second room has thousands upon thousands of pieces of string hanging down, all spaced apart perfectly, with all kinds of different bones. And they're all hanging by these pieces of thread and thin wire. Pretty crazy. And then there's several corpses that look like they've been ravaged by something that's been laying on the floor. They're lying in the center of this room. You know, blood, guts, piss, shit, snot everywhere.
Are those bones like one of those art pieces that if you look at it at the right angle, it spells something in the air?
Not from first glance.
Yeah.
No, doesn't look like it up from first glance. But there's another one of these brazzers in the middle of this room, and it is also kind of smoldering with this black smoke coming up. Shanna the Finn, you do a total of 2 radiant damage as we get back to the game, and guess what? The ghoul, it falls over dead.
The bodies hit the floor.
Would you like to take
Nice.
another movement? Nice one. That was actually kind of creeped me out. Markish, what say you as Shen takes his other movement that he wants to, and I'll prove it.
Nope, I'm good.
The wound that you had taken from that last claw slash is really starting to burn, Markish, and it seems like already within seconds it's starting to fester. The wound is starting to fester.
Might need to have someone look at that later. But
Thank you so much, Anime. I appreciate it.
I will.
30 months.
I'll run up
Wow.
to this last one here.
All right. As you move up to engage, what does Markish do?
It seemed to work on the tougher ones and it seemed to work on the last one, so I'm going to continue with the Warhammer strikes.
Okay. That's a hit. That's a hit as you get the ghoul's attention. And then it starts to turn around as you pound 10 bludgeoning damage, which is max.
Yeah, so I
upon
run
the
up
skull.
to it and I smack it with right. Hopefully, I can get the jaw and have it bite through that god awful long tongue.
Ooh, yeah, you hit his jaw, and his jaw basically just falls off and is just hanging there by the joint. And it's just sitting there as like one of those skulls, just clicking and clacking. Click, 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 click.
I'll
Yeah,
finish
it's
by
just
taking
hanging there.
a strafing movement over to the side, and I'll pass it.
Whoa, nice. The ghoul. Ah, yes. The ghoul. He claws at you, and I'm going to use one of my inspiration to pick on Chief tonight. I mean, pick on Markish. I'm sorry, Chief. As I attack. 17, which is a miss. Boy, Joe, you're so lucky on
Yeah,
that
thank
one.
God for shields, man.
You would have been double fucked for the saving throw. Nas, what say you? As the last ghoul seems to
I'll
be
go ahead and
attracted to the half-orc for some reason.
Go ahead and shoot off another Elder Slash, but aiming it right towards its mouth.
I'm going to look at your character sheet. You have spell slots available?
Yep, but I am saving them.
23. You just inherited the title of Spell Slot Manager. You do a total of 1 force damage from the Eldritch Blast as it kind of just flubs out of your implement and dribbles its way and bounces off of the floor a couple of times and then hits the ghoul in his leg. And then I'll approve that movement. Cassett.
Yeah, that was a dribbly Eldritch Blast.
Yeah. Cassett is going to stand fast. She's going to move in over there by the corner of the room and stand fast. Round number 800. Omi, you're up. Man, Raz is going to be pissed. Can you imagine what he's going to say when he gets back? I can't wait.
He's gonna move in, and his short sword and dagger are already yucky, so he's got nothing to lose. He's gonna plunge it into this one.
You still got like a foot long, foot wide piece of flesh hanging off of that thing too. As you drive your short sword into the ribs of that ghoul. Roll damage. Oh my.
Ooh,
Nice.
Beautiful.
Ooh.
I just cleave this one's head clean off.
And it falls off, and it falls on one of the shelves in the room, and that broken jaw that it had just continues to click as the teeth kind of just crunch together. And then after about 30 seconds, it just kind of stops. Thanks, Anime. I appreciate it, man. You guys are out of combat, and the adrenaline is starting to subside.
Markish is going to drop both his weapon and his shield and clutch where the claw mark is and kind of drop to the floor.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is giving you a hell of a burning sensation.
All right, Shen will
Shen.
move up next to Markesh and do a medicine check to see if I can tell what's going on Markesh.
Yeah, you want to kind of look at that wound that's kind of festering on his arm from
Yes.
those claw marks. Okay, give me a skill check. Guess what skill check it'll be? That's right, medicine.
Booyah, medicine.
Oh, my Price is Right gong is gone. So, as as you look at the wound, you just think to yourself, "God damn, that looks bad."
You got some icky on you, Markesh. You might want to look at that. Look at.
It burns. It burns.
Yeah, you see that wound and you're just like, God damn. Just like on remember when Ice Cube's sitting on the porch in that movie Friday,
Yep.
and they say, damn! That's exactly what you're thinking right now, Shen.
I'm going.
Yeah, you are.
I take a look.
Yes, you are.
I take a look at the wounded. That's your professional opinion. Here,
We might
let me
have to-
look. I've got a little bit of skill at medicine.
We might have to amputate him at the neck.
Drop it in the tower for me as well, let me. Nice. As you're going over to look at the festered wound as well. Oh my God! I love it!
I do the same thing that Jen did. Oh my God, that looks bad.
Jesus Christ! Oh my God!
Yep, amputate.
Cassett comes over.
At the neck. The neck.
Cassett
Amputate
comes
the
over
neck.
and says, "Oh my God, that looks horrible, Markish. Oh my gosh, that looks absolutely horrifying."
Yeah, you're all just around me and let me know how bad that looks, and then maybe I'll just die right here.
Don't worry, I've got you covered. While
Not from the wound, from pure stupidity. We'll just call it that.
So what say you, adventurers? What do you do next?
Well, I think based on everybody's repulsion at this wound, we need to go get it checked out.
Yeah, and you're starting to smell almonds and shit too. I mean, it's that
Ooh.
quick of a It's starting to smell.
Burn
pretty
almonds. We're all about to die. Get away.
I'm gonna
guess.
ask and see if maybe Cassett and Markesh, maybe Cassett can help Markesh out to get healing from was it the big guy? I forget his name.
The Doom
Guard?
Guide.
Doom guy. There we go. See,
Cassett just
She can
looks
start
at the
helping me.
wound, and she said, "Jesus Christ, Doom God, Yovir Glandon's not even going to be able to help you with this. This looks really bad."
Well, we have to we've got to get me to town. There's nothing we can do. I mean, so I'll try and put my arm around her and see if she can help me walk out of here.
I will tell you this. I'm just playing it up
I know.
for the hype of it. But you do have
So
a
am I.
wound,
I'm
and
trying
you
to get
won't-
her out of here. So
Yeah, you won't have to do anything until you take a long rest. All right,
No,
it's
that's fine.
not as bad as what it is.
I really do want to play it up for her and see if I can't get her and me maybe towards the entrance so that these guys can do whatever they want or
Sure.
whatever they need to in this area. That's
Sure.
what my goal was.
All right, she's gonna do a medicine check for you, and I'm gonna do that in the tower actually. So let me do a roll in the tower. Wow. So she looks at the wound and she says, "Wow, this can get pretty bad, Markish, but I know for a fact that the Doom Guide does not possess the power. There could be several other acolytes in Flan. I will run back into the town of Flan, and I will try to find someone for you, because this is a very bad wound." And
Hurry! It hurts! It hurts so bad. Hurry!
yeah, she looks at it and she says, "Oh, I've seen this before. This is called, oh my gosh, if my hunch is correct and if my knowledge is correct, you have Daracool fever. and this is from that ghoul that you were fighting. And usually it seems like that this type of disease, this type of sickness doesn't show for the first 24 hours. But the DM is really punishing you, and it's really coming out early. Oh my gosh. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just
I thought it was Omi was telling me about how he woke up one morning and his pits, his bits all burned, and I was hoping to God it wasn't syphilis.
So she tells you, if this wound festers and gets any worse, you're going to start losing your dexterity. You're going to start losing your vigor that's inside of you, and it will whittle you away until you die. So this has to be cured. We can, from what my memory tells me, we can cure the disease with a greater restoration, or we could do a cure disease and it will kind of prolong it, but you'll have a better chance of fighting it off every day with daily progression. But I do know that greater restoration does come with a price. But I think I know an acolyte who could help you out if you want to go that route. Or if you don't want to go that route, you could probably go with the cure disease route. But
let's go with the first one because I need to stay pretty awesome.
Okay. This sickness even affects the giants and the ogres. This is really a potent disease. It won't start to fester any worse for about another 24 hours. So you have time still, Markish. But I will make the journey back into Flan, and we'll try to find that acolyte for you.
Yeah, so I can have her maybe assist me at least through that bone thing over there, and I'll wait for the group over in the hallway, or maybe towards the entrance of this place.
All right.
So we were going to search the chamber and then meet back out in the entry chamber afterwards to do a short rest is what we were planning on.
Okay, sure
I'm
thing.
going to have Cassid help me out of here if she's able to.
Okay. Are you going to go with her, or are you going to help her out?
Yeah, I'm going to kind of play it up as much as I can and have her help me all the way to the entrance, and then have her go and get whoever can cast Greater Restoration that she might know.
Are you going to go with her, or are you going to come back down into the chamber?
I'm going to go up to the top with her.
Okay. All right. Well, I'll put you off to the side. And as Markish and Cassit leave, you guys inspect the tomb. Well, these two, sort of like this double tomb. And what this is it doesn't even have any kind of rhyme or reason, this room. It just looks like a double room, with these two giant chamber pots that have this ash kind of flowing out of it. So somebody's been here as of lately, because there are some smoldering cinders and stuff like that are in these braziers as well. And like I said, the second room has thousands and thousands of bones that are hanging from pieces of string and wire.
Okay, I'm gonna check the dead corpses that we slew and see if there's anything on them. And then
now, as for the first room, I'm sorry about that. Also, as you guys start to kind of look around, you can see that there are a lot of these like false doors, and you kind of slide them to the side, and it has all kinds of pottery that's in the form of like animals and whatnot. You can see several different bears, some tigers, some larger cats, dogs. You see like a piece of pottery that represents like a dire wolf with its spines coming out of his back.
I grabbed that pot and put it in my bag.
Okay, yeah.
Yep.
All
Gotta
of
have
these
the dire wolf pot.
These pieces of pottery probably would be worth about, you think you could probably, with the right buyer, you could probably get about 50 gold for them.
All right.
That sounds good.
But take into consideration, these are pieces of pottery, and when you take the heads of these creatures off, you can see that there are ashes that are inside of these pieces of pottery.
Oh, Yeah, if there's like dead buried here, the Omi's not going to mess with that because he's learned his lesson.
Yeah,
On
yeah,
his past experience.
yeah. You can definitely see that there are names and stuff on the on all of the pieces of pottery, but they are beautiful, and you could probably sell them. I don't know if you want to sell them in Flan though, but
Fiddlenauts doesn't care. He ends up still putting the one of the dire wolf in his bag. The ash you can actually probably use later.
okay. So you see no other exits or chambers.
I got to give him the look when he grabs the dire wolf pottery.
Yeah, and Cassett said on her way out, "You better not take anything."
Since I got my dire wolf puppy.
Omi's still got chills from that ghost experience, so he's not going to touch any of the stuff in here.
I should make you guys roll on the insanity table. That would be pretty cool, huh?
All right, guys, are we ready to make our way out to the entry and meet up with Markish and Cassett when she gets back?
Did we search all the bodies of the ghouls and stuff?
Yeah, the ghouls, they didn't have anything, and you know they were just basically, they had no clothes. They were basically all nude. But there is on the Dracul. The Dracul does have, there is a war pig. It's all rusted and you know shit like that, but
You gotta get a tetanus shot.
you know.
Yeah, might as well grab that to get back to the entry chamber. We could
Okay.
sell it, or maybe it'll be useful at some point too.
Never mind, I'm not here.
As we're looking around and we see the rusty pick on Dracul.
And the rusty scale
Corpse.
armor and shield. Yeah.
And now I just grab the Dracul corpse and shake it and say, "Really?"
As you shake it, a small pouch falls onto the ground.
Yeah,
He was the
that's
other
what
one
I'm
that had
talking
any armor. The other normal ghouls, they were all nude. And like I said,
Nice.
remember they were all covered in that black soot. So
about. Yep. So I grab the pouch and say, "Come check us out, guys."
What you got there, Shen?
there's another 50 gold worth of gems inside of this pouch.
Awesome.
Very nice.
Nice.
And it was kind of tucked away in the armor. So when you shook the corpse, that's when you pulled the handle and you got the 3 apples in a row and it fell out. Boing.
Excellent. Ting 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 ting.
Yeah.
Winner. Hey, so I'm interested in these bones, thousands and thousands of bones hanging from wires from the ceiling.
Mm-hmm. Finger bones, toe bones, just all kinds of bones that are kind of carved into weird shapes and sizes. Nothing too large though.
All right.
They're all like small little trinkets, you know.
No perspective, looking around the room, traveling around the room, looking at it. Don't see any messages or anything from the bones, or they're just hanging there.
Yeah, pretty much. Everybody got some gems and some coins.
Nice.
About from the brazers, inspect the brazers, see if there's anything special about them, or is they just smoldering embers in the
Smoldering,
brazers?
yeah. Are you like putting your hands in them and stuff? I would like that. That would be pretty cool.
Yeah, no, I'm not sticking my hand in there. It's hot. Hot.
Thanks, Hare. Thanks, Hare, for the nice words. I appreciate it. Yeah, you take your warhammer and you kind of, push everything around, and nah, there's nothing.
Nothing. Just
Nah.
some embers.
Just embers. Yeah.
All right, well, I speak out to Omi and Nas. That Flitzenizzle that's too much to say. Just Nas. Especially when you've been drinking.
I hear you.
I think we're done here. Omi, Nas, any other things you want to check out?
Nope, let's go.
Oh,
meet up
I-
with Markish.
I want to check out that statue real quick.
Sure. The statue. Which statue? The one that's down in the stairwell?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. You can check it out.
There was a locked door there through, though, wasn't there?
Correct,
There's
yeah.
a gate.
Yep, there is a gate, and the gate is exactly where Shin and Nas is at. And actually, Cassett told you that the Doom Guide has the key to this this gate, actually for all of the gates, supposedly. And as you can see inside of this gate, you can see that this is sort of like a rectangular room, probably about 30 feet to the wall from where you're at. And there in the middle, there's this sort of like this platform. And this platform, this is where, as you can see, the stairs kind of wrap around it, and you can see that it descends down deeper. And this statue, like I said, is humanoid looking with vague insectoid features, like some husks coming out around the mouth, big bulbous eyes, and it has 4 arms. And in one hand, there's a scroll, as of course is part of the statue, a quill in one of the other arms, a skull in the third, and then the other is empty with its hand palm out.
Guys, I've had bad experiences with statues coming to life, so we better go wait for Markish before we deal with this, whatever it is, just in case.
All right. It looks like we're not going to be able to get through unless if somebody knows how to go open the gate anyway. So
I
There
can
go
is
back.
probably open it.
Omi, you
What?
could probably open it up if you'd like. But do you guys
Okay,
want to do that now, or are you guys going back up to the entrance?
Let's wait till we have Markish, and then
we'll go back up to the entrance.
Was I able to get Cassett to leave and go find that
Yes.
that individual? Okay.
Yes, she has left, and she tells you to stay here and rest because you're starting to get cold sweats and you're feeling really weak. So you sit down on, you sit down in the table in this banquet chamber, and there's also some water. You can find some clean water to drink in one of the vases, and you just kind of resting on this banquet table in the room.
as Markish is resting, I'm going to play the Spoon Song of Rust for him.
Nice. So about an hour goes by. Everybody
As I'm
can
laying
use
down,
their-
once I hear those spoons, I just grab an axe from my belt and throw it his way.
roll
Yeah,
to hit.
but you only hear
Markish, this is a different
Technically
sort of
back.
song. This is not what you're used to.
I didn't even look.
throw.
I rolled
Don't throw.
maybe at disadvantage.
Oh no, there's no disadvantage. Oh no, there's no. Nice hit. So you hit. Well, let's see if it does hit. Does it hit?
Oh yeah.
Omi? Let's just make
Even-
it official. It is a
Without
hit.
that bliss.
Roll damage. You think he could be suffering from this illness already, as the hand axe kind of just grazes you and kind of
Hit them
sticks
with the stick end,
Yeah,
not the sharp.
Yeah, for 4 bludgeoning damage. It was actually a skillful hit. I think he might have been doing that on purpose, maybe.
I
As
kinda
Omi
move
leaves the
around.
room.
I leave the room and I'll play the song out here.
Damn
Alright.
it.
So an hour goes by. You can give everybody that Song of Healing as well. Use your hit dice heals if you want to. You can use those. And as about an hour and a half goes by, you guys also eat some of your rations and whatnot. So deduct a day's worth of rations from your sheet.
Within that hour,
Mhm.
my hope was, I'm not feeling that bad. I was playing it up for it. My hope was that these guys would be able to maybe find 1 or 2 lucrative cells out of those 10 to perhaps put a few fingers on.
Yeah, sure. We'll do that as we'll do the cells as you guys. Yeah, in fact, we'll do the cells now, and you can break. No, in fact, I'd rather do that next session.
Sounds good.
So yeah, this is where we'll end. You guys will get your hour rest, but you guys will be able to check those cells at the start of next game. We'll do the cells, and that's when Cassett comes back with another man in robes.